Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Adora Uzoma. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber filming all the way from London, Ontario, Canada. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 more types of traits and characteristics of people who will certainly dislike Canada if they arrive here. So this is just going to be like a part 2 of the previous video that I already did. If you haven't watched that video, I'm just going to put a link up here for you to watch that video. I talked about different types of people who, because of the lifestyle that they're already used to back home, if they come here, they might find things uncomfortable, they might find things unusual because they're already used to that type of lifestyle. So moving on, I'm going to be talking about 5 more types of people who will certainly dislike Canada if they arrive here. So do stick around, and I'll be right back shortly. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to share this video for those who might be interested. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys very shortly. Alrighty, welcome back guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. Now I'm going to be diving right into my 6 points, which I'm going to be focusing on students who are already used to academic malpractice back home. Now, there are students who are used to sorting their professors or sorting their assistants in order for them to boost their grade from an F to an A+, or from a C to an A+. Now, that's not the lifestyle here, that's not the system here. Here, everything is strictly on merit. Here, you have to study to show yourself approved. I mean, think about it. You're spending so much on tuition. You're spending so much on fees, basically. So you're not coming here to like mess yourself up. And if they find out you're that kind of person who you're into academic malpractice or you like to plagiarize, then that might lead to your expulsion, or they'll even send you back home. It has happened previously, and yes, it's still happening. So don't put yourself in that condition where you will disgrace yourself just because you're asking someone for questions in the exam hall, or you're using someone's work and presenting like it's your own work. It's not going to work here. Unfortunately, back home, we don't have a system where professors can actually check where you got your sources from. So, but here we have a system called Turnitin. So if you're submitting a project, an assignment, they're going to put your work into that system called Turnitin, and that will generate a similarity report to know if you actually like plagiarized, if you actually copied someone's work, or you just went somewhere and took everything and just present like it's your work. So that's actually the good thing about this country. So make sure that when you're coming here, you're coming prepared. Make sure that when you're coming here, you're actually coming to show yourself worthy of being here. So if you're someone who's already used to that lifestyle back home, you can't even think about it here. And unfortunately, I mean, this is from my own experience. Lecturers back home don't make themselves approachable, unfortunately. Students are scared to ask for assistance. Students are scared because they will just chase them out of the place. Come on, get out of this place. What is wrong with you? You people should leave my office. They already put themselves in that position like they are God. They put themselves in that position where students are really scared to even talk to them. So, but here, lecturers are very approachable. If there's something that you don't understand, you can actually send an email, saying, oh, can we have a one-on-one meeting? Can we have a one-on-one discussion? Can you explain further? Can you break this down for me? They are more than happy to assist you. And everything is done openly. There's nothing like, meet me in this place for, everything is done in the school. You understand? So I understand the system back home is already, whack the way it is. But, when you're coming here with that mindset, it's good to just change that mindset, knowing that everything here is done on merits. Now, the 7th type of person who Canada is not meant for them are people who are not independent. Here, you have to figure things out yourself. Here, you don't rely on people for anything. Back home, how we have maids, how we have a driver, how we have a gardener, how we have, we have people that do everything for us. Like, trust me, people back home are flexing in that regard. But trust me, here, you will be everything. You'll be the mom, you'll be the driver, you'll be the carpenter, you will be everything. You have to figure life out yourself. Someone who is always dependent on people for money, for food, for you have two hands, you have two legs. If you cannot go and find something you're doing, go and work in the factory, go and work somewhere. So don't come here depend and rely on people for money, for this, for that, for daycare, for you have to do it all yourself. You have to figure it out yourself. So that is the lifestyle here. So Canada does not tolerate lazy people because it will tell on you. Nobody will tell you to stand up and go out there and find something. Now, my 8th point are people who are openly prejudiced, because there are people who cannot stand blacks. There are people who cannot stand gay people. There are people who can't stand Muslims. There are people who have a problem with every single thing. Like, they will find fault in everything. If you're someone, you cannot stand a transgender. What are you doing in Canada? Go back to where you're coming from. Because that is how here is. Here is full of immigrants. All the genders that you can think of, they all live in Canada. All the races, all the cultures you can ever think of in this world, they all live in Canada. So if you're someone who just likes your type of person, you don't embrace other people's culture. I already mentioned that in my previous video. So if you're someone who is openly prejudiced, you don't accept and embrace people for who they are, then please stay back where you are. So for my 9th point, if you're someone who don't like initiating conversations, you don't like strangers like asking you random questions, you might find it irritating when someone just walks up to you and starts asking you like random questions. And I mean, it's absurd because when I first came to Canada like 9 years ago, people just see you and just be asking you like random stuff, and you're like, I don't even know you from anywhere. Like, can you just like move on? Just like, what's your problem? Like, why are you asking me personal questions? And people just ask out of curiosity. People just ask to know more, right? So, it's a lifestyle that you have to adapt to at some point. Be pregnant for my 2 babies. People just ask me, oh my goodness, you look so nice. How many months are you? People just ask you, are you expecting a boy or a girl? Or is it going to be a surprise? People just ask you, when is your due date? People can just ask you like random. These are people that have never seen you before. Like, back home, who am I to tell you when my due date is? Like, that is too much information, because people back home are very spiritual. You don't know who is who. You don't know who is waiting for you somewhere. You don't know who has good intentions. You don't know who has bad intentions. And because we already know how we are back home, nobody even asks you what your due date is. Nobody's going to ask you if you're expecting a boy or a girl. What if they just go and change it in the womb? If you're expecting a boy, they'll go and change it to a girl. Like, where things can happen that you have to be very careful, right? So, but here, people are just asking out of curiosity. People just want to know. People just want to be nice. Like, people are not asking you to hurt you or anything. So, I feel more comfortable opening up here than someone back home. I don't like, you'll be pregnant, you'll be hiding your pregnancy. If you're making enough money, you'll be hiding it because people don't have good eyes. So I mean, and you don't blame people who come here and they start acting weird. Like, why is this person like asking kind of question? But I mean, that's a lifestyle here. So the earlier you know already, the better for you, because it was a learning curve for me. It took me time to adjust, and sometimes I might get offended. I used to get offended before, but now I'm like, I mean, it's nothing to worry about. Trust me. Okay, and the last set of people are people who if you don't have basic manners, like there are things that are very basic that everyone should know, everyone should do. If you're someone who doesn't have basic manners, you don't know how to say please, you don't know how to say thank you, you don't know how to wait in line for your turn, you don't know how to say I'm sorry. Canadians here, they love manners. Like, you have to be cool-headed. You don't have to be shouting or doing. You have to, respect yourself in public. You have to comport yourself accordingly. So if you're not someone that has basic manners, then you just like things done, anyhow, just let it go. What is, you cannot just have patience, then Canada is not the right place for you. At all. So learn how to do the basic necessities. I'm sorry, please, thank you, oh my goodness, oh my god, like all those expressions, you have to know how to say them. Even your little ones, as small as they are, those are the first things you have to start teaching them. Basic manners, those things are very basic. So if you don't have basic manners, then Canada is not the right place for you, because people will just be looking at you like this person is weird. Something is, maybe he has mental problem. Like, it's not, it doesn't take them anything. They've already tagged mental in it. So so make sure that you're someone who has basic manners. That way, even in your workplace, any social gathering, those little things make them to just respect you and give you high regards. So if you're someone who does not have basic manners, then step aside. Okay, so that concludes this video. So I did the part 1 already. Like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description box so that you can watch the part 1 of this video, and then this is the part 2. So these are like 10 types of people who will not do well here if they come, or people who shouldn't come to Canada, or people who should be aware of how the culture here is. So ensure that you do share this video for those who might be interested. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That is the only way we can be able to grow this channel. Alrighty, until next time, I do wish you guys a blessed day. Do keep safe. COVID is real. Ensure that you wear your mask, social distancing, ensure that you practice all that. And I'll be glad to see you guys in my next video.